brand new in the 26. No, but I was recently looking at something that was talking about parenting and step parents. And for the step parents, it was a question of, okay, let's say that you married that you got your spouse already had a kid outside of your marriage, and you are the step parent. What should you, as the step parent, be called? Because there was an instance where a lady, I guess, was trying to figure out, because she has a nice bond with the kid. Um, so she was trying to figure out whether or not to have her call her mom or Mrs. Such and Such or whatever, or is it appropriate for her to call her mom, or should she have got permission first or anything like that? Because it was kind of like, some back and forth on the social medias about that. So what say ye? Is it appropriate to do that, or should she be called Mrs. Such and Such or mom or whatever?
So,
All right. Yeah, I think it's going to be a conversation that need to be had between the mother and the father, or the husband and the wife. Because you said it was the mother's child that she brought into the marriage. Gary,
It was the father's child, biological child, and the mother's
and the mother, the wife wanted to know what the okay, yeah. So I guess trying to figure out what the stepchild or what the child wants to be addressed by too. So like talking to the kid and saying, hey, like the mom saying, like, no, we got a good relationship, like, but I want you to feel comfortable, like I'm marrying your father. You don't have to call me mom or whatever, but and give her like I guess some things she could say. So you can call me mom, you can call me, Miss Jackie or whatever her name may be. Because I remember when my mom got married to her husband, they kind of had that talk with me. I think my mom was like, yeah, she's like, if you feel comfortable calling him dad, you can call him dad. If not, I think it was, I don't know if it was Greg or Mr. Greg. I can't remember what it was. But I know for a while, I didn't call him dad just because it kind of felt weird because it was a new situation. But eventually it grew into me calling him dad. So, like I said, I think it's a conversation between the husband and the wife, and then a conversation between the wife and the child.
Would you ever want to talk to the other parent, though? What if the other parent's in their life? So if the mom is in their life, is it biological mom? You don't want to disrespect her either, because that is her real mom.
Well, is the child living with them full time, or is it living with the mom full time and she's just coming over? I think that makes a difference as well.
Yeah, because in this scenario, I think what it was is it was a custody kind of battle thing, and so she spent a lot of time with his child because of his working and stuff like that. He was kind of like the provider. He gone on the road or whatever, and then she spent a lot of time helping the kid because that's part of their marriage, whatever. So then her and the child developed a bond, and then the question kind of came up of, oh, wait a minute, is she, is the child, should it be the child's choice? Like, oh, she wound up calling her mom, or should she correct her on that and say, well, I'm not your mom, I'm, you know what I mean? But you can call me, I guess, Mrs. Such, like you said, or is it appropriate, or like Josh said, should check with the biological mom?
Like I don't think if they're like if the child's not living with the biological mom and they spend more time like she's living with the dad, like I don't feel like she has to check with the biological mom. But if she's living with the biological mom, then I feel like a conversation might need to be had with the biological mom, but it's not necessary. Because it's not like she's gonna stop calling her biological mom just because she got a stepmother.
Right.
I don't know, man. I think like if you're a biological parent, this is only gonna bother you because you're not present. Like if you are a parent who's not around and not um solidified in your position as that child's parent, like, then yeah, you're gonna be threatened by that. I would imagine if y'all got divorced from your spouses and your spouses got remarried to someone and your kids start calling them dad, it's not going to feel great. But at the same time, as long as you are present, like, I can't imagine any of y'all would feel threatened. Like, oh, this man gonna try to take my spot as they daddy. Don't call that man daddy. I'm your only daddy. Like that's, especially when you're not around. Like the majority of the time, if your kid is calling this person mom or dad, like their actual mom or dad is not around. So to be like, I don't feel comfortable with you calling them dad if I'm like, because that, like, this is weird. Like, you're just being weird because you don't know that you're a good dad, or you know that you're a bad dad.
So you think that that's insecure behavior?
Yeah. As a biological parent, yes, you would be extremely insecure to worry about what your child is calling the step parent. As a stepchild, I had step parents who really didn't care what I called them. I like my stepdad, I never called him dad. And my stepmom, like, I still call her mom sometimes, but like I would never tell my mom that I call her mom, or vice versa. But not that I'm hiding it, but like I don't. But that would just be weird to run up to my mom and be like, "Hey, mom, I'm calling my stepmom mom."
Yeah, it's like it's not a conversation that needs to be had.
That's what I was gonna say too. Yeah, what'd you call
John?
your stepdad? You just called him by his first name. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Really?
Yeah, that nigga John.
How old were you? Were you like a preteen, or?
I was calling him John at like 5 or 6 years old.
Really?
Yeah. But I mean, at that time, like, I had a present father, so like it wouldn't have made sense for me to call him dad. I had a dad, and he wasn't my dad. He was too light skinned to be my dad. So it was one of those things where like, oh, I'm just gonna call you John, because like that feels natural within. And also too, like, I was cognizant, I think, as a child, even though like as an adult it seems silly now, but I think as a kid I was cognizant of trying not to upset my dad, my actual biological father, by calling this man dad. Like, it was in the back of my mind.
Okay.
So,
And was it a thing too, to where was he doing, I guess, things that like fathers do to, you know what I'm saying, Greg, to make you like differentiate like what you was calling him? Like, is he acting like a present dad to you?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a tough question. Just after some therapy and looking at it with like a 2020 lens, it's hard to really put a scope on that, because in the moment I felt like, yeah, he was being my dad. Like, I had never lived in a house with a mom and a dad. I grew up in a house with a mom. So when there was another man in the house, I think for me, like, that automatically was, okay, he filled that dad role, because I never lived in a house with a dad. So I think, yeah, he fulfilled that. But he wasn't getting that title.
Your mom didn't like want to like check you and say, call him Mr. John or Mr. or whatever his last name was, or?
No. I no.
Like, put some respect on his name.
Yeah, no, and I think I don't know. I think because my mom raised me to be like a really respectful kid, like, she knew, and the house knew, and John knew that like it came from a place of respect. Like, I wasn't disrespecting him by calling him John or whatever, like, because that's your name. And I think he gave me that as an option to call him. So like, okay. I don't think it was a problem.
What about you, Chris?
No, I agree with Greg. I think it is just it is a insecurity thing. If you as a biological parent have issues losing that title, I think with me personally, like, I didn't know my sister was a stepsister until like late in life, like when I was a teen. So she always called my dad, and I always referred to her as my sister. So yeah, I think it is all about relationship and how you grow up with that person.
You got any thoughts on that, Gary? On your thoughts on your own question?
Well, I come from a big family, so we didn't really do, and it's crazy. My aunts and uncles from both sides of the family actually, all commune together or whatever. So we didn't say anything as like stepsisters or stepbrothers or anything like that. Um, so yeah, I would just say that's my sister or that's my mom, or like even right now, I call my mother-in-law mom, you know, and I call her mom in front of my mom. So but I still call my mom, and she knows, I say mommy or whatever. But yeah, it was never anything like my mom, at least she didn't make me feel like anything was weird if I was to embrace that. And one last view on that, like, it did at first sound weird to hear somebody say, like, just one of the comments or whatever, like, okay, if you had a son and let's say one of us broke up or whatever, and then to hear him call somebody else dad, ooh, it do kind of hit hard. But it also, on the silver lining, says, okay, that guy's doing something right. You know what I mean? So
So in that instance where like if your marriage did end and your spouse remarried, would you be mad if your spouse or if your ex-spouse made your kids call that man daddy? And I mean daddy. Don't say dad. I want daddy. You call that man daddy.
daddy is too much. That's why I call him.
I don't care how old you are. You 18, 20 years old, call that man daddy.
No.
And you call that other nigga Gary.
Oh, now that's Star War. If I get demoted to the first name, oh my
Gary.
god, yeah, like what?
Or Mr. Logan. That'd be
Mr.
even
Logan.
worse. That's even worse.
Like, who is this? Like, how did I get demoted? Like, oh my
Like,
god.
nah, kids, we got a new daddy now. That's your old daddy. We off him.
Dang.
So I'm going to actually go against the grain and say I'm the insecure one, the weird one, because I wasn't like that at all. Like if me and my wife was like to get a divorce, and she got remarried, like I would not like my kids calling him daddy. Like especially like I'm around, I'm here, I'm present. I don't care who you saying with. Like I'm your dad. I'm the father. I'm the dad. You can call him Pops, whatever the nickname you give him, that's cool. I'm dad. Nobody else should be giving my. That's like I would never have my kids call another woman mom. Like it's not right for me. I just wouldn't do it.
So you need a qualifier in there. So if they be like, "Hey, Dad, stepdad took us to the amusement
Pops.
park," would
Pops
that
took
be
us.
okay? Yeah,
Yeah, our pops. That's
but
fine.
but they
like I'm
couldn't
dad.
say they couldn't say, "Hey, Dad took us to
No,
Our new dad.
No,
Our
no,
new dad took
our
us to
new
the.
dad.
No,
Yeah, our new
no.
dad. Right.
Our new dad took us to
Nope.
Disney World.
Nope. Nope.
It was
No, bitch.
live too.
But man, fuck that nigga. Nah, I'm not. I just wouldn't do it. It just like it just wouldn't do it. Like even when our dad passed away, I knew if my mom, even though I was kind of older at that time, when mom remarried, I was like, I'm not calling no other man dad. It just don't feel right. And I just hope my kids will feel the same way. Like this wouldn't feel right. Like it ain't like I'm not around. It ain't like I'm not here. Like I'm still present in your life, regardless of who you stay with full time. I am still here.
Well,
So, like-
okay. So when I said that like it would be coming from an insecure place because you're not present as a parent, I think that perspective would be like from your perspective, right? Like not particularly from your kids who are saying like, "Oh, dad's not here anymore, so I'm not calling him dad." It's more of a situation where you're both present, but but this is a man that they're going to see every day. Like if your kids live with your wife and this man, they're going to see them every day, right? And they're going to be a family unit. And so like if they have any more kids, and there's a new kid that's gonna call this man dad, like there is a dynamic. Because when my sister came, like I felt like there was like a little bit of a dynamic to now be more of a family unit. So like it makes more sense to call it him dad, and because like when you go out in the world and you're like two adults and two kids, and one kid is calling this man dad and another one's calling him John, like people have questions like, okay, what is the dynamic of this situation? Because there's a lot of adult language and only two children. So I guess my question to you is that if the man is present and he's a very good dad to your kids, he's not filling in any gaps, or he's not filling any gaps because you're there, right? Like you're a present dad, but he is just a present good dad, helps them do their homework, whatever.
Treat them like they're here.
Yeah, like do you think that like allowing your kid to call that man dad in a way helps the parental dynamic of a blended family? Do you think it could help at all?
I mean, I agree it would help.
Do you think you could allow yourself then to not take that personally?
No.
No. Okay.
That's just where I am.
Because like
the moment that we're all in the same room and they go, "Hey, Dad," and we both answer, I'm gonna be pissed the fuck off. All right, what do you mean? Huh? Now he's talking to me, not you. Like, nah, we're not doing it. Nah.
What if they called him father?
You call him Pops? You call him some other name? This is not Dad. I'm fine with
It's
that.
not Dad.
It's
Okay.
not Dad.
So like if they call him father, you're cool with that. It's just dad is your name and no one else can have dad as the name.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Father, can you pass Dad the salt?
Yeah. So then I know who you referring to. Now we got a bunch of confused people calling Dad.
New Dad.
I'm not doing new
Old
Dad
Dad.
either. Not doing new and old Dad either.
ND and OD.
We're not
ND
doing
and
that
OD.
either. Mm-mm.
I mean, I feel like it speaks. I feel like it allows more for them to call you dad and him daddy.
He's like,
no.
Are you cool with daddy?
No.
Can you
I'm
be
not
dad
sure.
and him daddy?
I'm not cool with
I'm not
Daddy.
sure if I don't want my kids calling no man daddy. So
It just
I
don't
mean,
sound
that sounds
Wait.
weird.
Well, hold on. Your kids don't call you dad?
They call me Dad.
Are you not cool with your kids calling you daddy?
I'll probably tell them that don't call me Dad.
You know, it's funny. So
This is
I don't
weird,
Gary,
man. Like, why
so
you
Gary, does your kids say that?
That's a weird name.
My kids say that. Yeah.
They say daddy.
Your kids?
Yeah, they say both Dad and Daddy.
My kids never said daddy to me
Because
before.
it's weird. Because sometimes I try to monitor it, and I feel like girls are more so to say daddy, and the boys
Daddy,
are more so to
yeah,
say dad.
they are.
Yeah.
Right. Like, all right.
Well-
Like, if I
well,
had a daughter,
when they were
I'd be
younger.
different. I'd be like, she can call me daddy. That's fine. But like, I'm not sure if I want y'all calling me daddy. Like, when they were younger, that was cool. Like, as they get up in age, I'm like, that
Dad.
started to feel kind of
See,
weird.
and
Just call me
that's
dad.
That's what it is with my boys. Like when they were younger, it was Daddy. Now that they, their voice register is starting to get a little lower.
Yeah,
Daddy.
like, yeah,
Daddy.
I want to.
Yeah.
Hey, dad. Like, no,
It's
that's
daddy.
weird. Your voice is too deep now. You need to start calling
Can I
me
borrow the
daddy.
car, daddy?
Oh man. Our pops. All right, let's start the show. Welcome to the Brothers and Friends podcast show.
Yes. Oh yeah.
We here.
Yes, we are here, and we got a great topic coming to you guys today. What we got to talk about today, Chris?
Oh, okay. We just jumping right into it. No intros.
You don't want to know who we are?
I sure don't know y'all. My bad. I'm all over the place today. What up, Gary?
What's up with you?
What up, Greg?
What's that topic? Let's get to the topic. What's the topic?
I know, right?
Juicy.
Oh, what up, Fred?
What up? What up? What up? Freddie T in the place to
Thank
be.
And Chris?
Yo, what up, crew? Happy to see everyone. Happy to be seen, and happy Black History Month.
Yes, it is February
Hey,
Black
officially.
History Month.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, blacks.
We black
What up,
y'all.
black?
We
Just
black
blacks.
y'all. We blacker than black. We black y'all.
Shout out to the blacks.
What we talking about today, Chris?
Speaking of blacks, speaking of black, speaking of
Oh,
blacks,
this black.
this
Oh,
black,
Lord.
this is blackity black. Oh man! So Kanye took out a full-page ad in the Wall Street Journal offering an apology for his antics in 2025 on how he offended blacks, black people, Jewish people, basically anyone that he offended. So in our society of cancel culture, is this a true apology? And do you offer his do you accept his apology and welcome him back to the black culture fold, or is this just a play of some sorts?
For me, I accept Kanye to be Kanye, and I'm hearing that it's an album coming out, so I'm like, there's I could read into that and say, oh, how convenient, the apology comes out. And it's like he just done too much. So, as my wife would say, he needs to have several seats.
Were you a Kanye fan previously?
I wouldn't say a fan, but did I listen to his music? Yes, I would say, yeah, like his early, I guess we'll say music's whatever. But then when all of the drama came, I became not a fan then.
Okay, and then so this apology is not changing that mind.
Not really.
Right.
I would say his actions speak louder than words.
All
So
right.
I'll give him that chance.
All right. So yeah, whoever wants to go next, yeah. Say if you were a fan previously, and then offer your thoughts and see if this apology changes anything.
So I was a fan. I was a fan of his up until the Life of Pablo album. I defended him when people were calling him arrogant and he was doing too much, and like in the very beginning of his career. So like I've been a fan, and so like it really hurt these last few years to see him basically just tarnish his entire reputation and his legacy. And I understand that like in his apology he explained that a lot of this came from the accident that he had. I believe it was in 2001. If you were around then, like you remember his song "Through the Wire," that was kind of like his breakout song, and like the story behind that was that like he was in a car crash and broke his jaw and had to rap lyrics while his jaw was like wired shut. And so he's explaining, or he's saying in his apology that like there was some damage to his brain, and that his bipolar stems from that accident. My issue with his apology is that one, he does have an album coming out in like 2 months, and so like the timing is terrible, and the structure of his apology, like his apology was very apologetic to the Jewish community. He acknowledged like the harm that he did, and this, that, and the third. But like when it came to the black community, there was an attitude of like, blacks, y'all home. So I was never gonna leave y'all, but my bad, I was tripping. But you was running around here with swastikas on shirts, and you were doing a lot, running around with like he was doing a lot. And so for me, his apology really doesn't move me any. I'm not adding his music back to my playlist or anything like that. I'm not buying any. I'm not interested in his new album. I'm interested in, like Gary said, what actions he's going to take next. Like, to me, this apology should have came with like large donations to Jewish organizations and African American organizations. This man is touted as being a billionaire, and so like if your apology is not rooted in trying to make more money, the best way to convince me of that is to give up some of your money, and especially to repair some of the damage that you made to these two particular communities, especially the black community who supported you and brought you here, and the Jewish community who did nothing to you, and you just randomly attacked them. So I say no to Kanye West.
I'll go next. I had to actually look up I was a Kanye fan. I had to look up the album to where the last album I liked, and it was the My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy was the last album that I think I purchased or really rocked. And I'm kind of with everybody else. Like, I need to see change behavior. You did too much wrong to out in the world. You was rocking with Trump for a while. Like you rocking with all the wrong crowds, and just expect us to come out and accept your apology with no change behavior behind it to back it up. So, like, I'm not rocking with them again until I start seeing change behavior. Kind of like Greg said, if he start shelling out some money and changing behaviors and showing us that, he's old Kanye, then at that point, maybe I'll consider forgiving him and trying to rock with him again.
From the Kanye as well. And I agree with everybody on the point where it's I like to see actions before we get to the point of forgiveness. However, I am holding out hope, even though there's an album coming out that's surrounding this letter. I'm holding out hope. Of all these celebrities that we looked up to, or if it's Diddy, Kanye, Nicki Minaj, that are doing crazy stuff. Like, he's the only one I'm holding out hope for. I'm like, I think he could come back. I think he could come back. So I'm holding out hope that he could come back. He changed. Because one, I feel like his mental health may have done, he's bipolar. And if he ain't taking his medicine, if he ain't being up to date on that, it can spin for a loop. So I do hold grace for that. And I'm hoping that, he is on the right track. This is just me just hoping just for the best for him. Because I am a fan of Kanye. And I still do want the best for him. His music is still in my playlist. I have not taken that out. I will still rock his music. Like, that first album is probably one of my favorite albums of all time. Like, there's no way I was never going to stop listening to that album.
They still rock old music.
I still rock that old Kanye. But, yeah, I'm still holding that hope for him, for sure.
Real quick, I was one of the ones, too, that thought, like, who is his team around him? Or did he have somebody around him? Because it seemed like at his worst moments, he got put in the spotlight, or he put himself in the spotlight, and there was nobody yanking him out, or either the pushback was so great from him, you know what I mean? Because the things that he did say to me were just so, I guess that like his persona, like were so like direct, coming from another direct talker, that it's like you can't just walk it back with an apology. You have to have action behind it. You know what I mean? So yeah. I'm like, he need to get around some better people. Even when he was doing the gospel stuff, to me, I was like, okay, why is he out front right now? You know what I mean? Because it seemed like that was like a bad spiral too, right before then. And then all of a sudden it was like, he's doing all this gospel stuff, going to these gospel churches, and I'm like, who's these pastors that keep allowing him to be on stage? Like treat him like a somebody that's just coming to church, and work with him, talk with him without producing his music or having him, you know what I mean? Like, work on him versus the thing, and it just didn't seem like that was happening.
Yeah, I feel like he rides to power so quickly that it was just like, it was hard to stop him. It was like I'm the man, and like, I mean, people was they were like yes people behind him.
Yeah.
With you. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Josh. Like, yeah, I was a Kanye fan. Still am a Kanye fan. Man, dude's an icon. I felt like if he doesn't make any more music, he deserves a spot in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Whether or not he gets that spot, because of all the controversy and stuff, he may not get a spot in there. But his catalog proves that he's a musical genius. So yeah, I still rock his music. He produced some couple Alicia Keys songs that I still rock, you know. So um I am suspect of the timing of the letter, especially he put it in the Wall Street Journal, where, you know, the demographics is more skewed to older white males versus, you know, actually publishing it in like a more Black community facing publication. So that automatically kind of, you know, gave me the side eye, like, why are you putting this in the Wall Street Journal? But yeah, I'm with Josh. Like, hopefully this is a turning point. Because you know, it is. I think he does have serious mental health issues, and so if he's so if he's back on his meds, hopefully this is a turning point.
And with the reports of people saying that he's being better, and then that co-parenting with Kim is getting better, so I'm still like, all right, we're showing signs that he is, you know, getting better in a better headspace. So maybe it is a little bit of a turning point for him. So that's, again, I'm just hoping.
So what does?
But see, the thing is like we've ridden this roller coaster before. We've done this whole he's apologized. Oh, things seem to be getting better. And he, even in the apology, kind of explained like the cycle in which he goes through this, right? Like he gets better, it works for about a year, and then the meds stop working, and then he starts to feel like he doesn't need the meds anymore, and then we're back in this spiral. And I understand like mental health is not something that is cured, or there is like a one fix all for anybody, right? So like whatever happens with Kanye, like I feel like he just needs to spend more time working on himself and his mental, and less about like trying to sell something or create something. Like it's just because like I can't say I'm a fan of his because the last music that he made was garbage. Like, did y'all listen to that last album? It was not good. It was it was actual garbage. And so when you're making not great music and your attitude sucks too, it's like I'm gonna hold on to the memory of who you used to be, and I'm gonna pray for you and pray for your family and hope that you get the healing and the help that you need. But like, I'm not buying any more tickets. I'm not streaming any more albums of his. It's because it's for what? There's no reason. He doesn't move me.
I don't know. There's too many. To me, it's too many good albums for me. Like, I can understand like his last albums are good, but like his first 4 or 5 are like just classics. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, there's no way I can just be like, I'm just not listening to your music anymore. And then you're talking about music that he had with Jay-Z, music he had with so many other people that's out there. It's like, I just can't. It's almost like going back to what Diddy. Too. But going back, but even going to Diddy though, like, it's like I just can't. I probably won't listen to a lot of Diddy's music personally, like his death that he did. But like, it's hard to get away from any Diddy music. So it's like he's so much out there, and he did so much. But Kanye, he did like it's hard for me to be like, I just can't listen to his music anymore.
See, for me, I can separate the artist, like their catalog and stuff, from like the person or whatever. You know what I mean? So I like listening to good music. So good music is good music to me. Now I'm like Greg in the fact of any future music or, you know what I mean, recent music, I'm just not, you know, it's just not moving music for me. You know what I mean?
So if the reviews come out on this new album and they say, "Oh man, this is old Kanye, y'all need to listen to this," y'all ain't even getting a chance.
I might pop that in. I might pop it in.
I mean, if somebody say this is old Kanye and it's coming from
old Kanye, I'm like,
if Jay-Z comes out and say this is old Kanye, and I'm like, all right, let me check it out.
What do y'all mean? What does it mean to say old Kanye?
I feel like when his mom died, his mental was like trash.
Yeah, I figured once his mom passed away, that's when it kind of went downhill. That's where I felt. Yeah.
So anything before his mom passing away, I felt like.
So let me.
Yeah. Like this might bite somebody's ear off. Like, I'm still think he's one of the best boxers out there.
That's
like,
not really the
same. I can't take that from him.
So for me, that's
like how many times are we going to take these apologies back? Because we know like eventually Nicki Minaj is going to issue an apology for like the mess that she's made, probably when the Trump term is over. And she's going to apologize to all the gays that she offended, say, you know, she was on a drug bender and she couldn't help it, and we're gonna take her back. And it's like, why? Why are we taking her back when her motive seems so clear and calculated, right? And I'm not gonna take away from Kanye that he does have a mental illness, but at the same time, I can also say that your moves are very calculated. You had a mental illness 6 months ago when you didn't have an album coming out 2 months later, and you still didn't issue an apology. You still haven't cut the check. So it's like, you did, like, I'm sure it cost you a lot of money to put that ad in the Wall Street Journal as well. Wouldn't that money have been better funneled to like an organization? I don't know. When do we say enough is enough? Like, if R. Kelly gets out of jail and he said, "My bad, I'm sorry, I was tripping," are we gonna step to the name of love again?
So see, you know what? I never stop. That's another podcast. But anyway, but I would say on a deeper level, the apology is a courtesy. Forgiveness is for you, the person that's been whatever. It's never, I apologize to you, so you should. You can apologize all day. It's still up to that person to have the forgiveness. You know what I mean? And really, it's for them. It's not for you. So we will accept Kanye when, as the masses, when Kanye becomes acceptable. I guess if that's like they said, the old Kanye, whatever the old Kanye is, I guess, whatever everybody's perceived. But to me, I'm like, my Aunt Lou said, when somebody show you who they are, believe them. So if they say, so if he's out there saying these are outlandish things, and to Greg, to your point, like, what's the line that's crossed or whatever, if you saying it in such of a manner to where it's that vicious, then I'm gonna believe you, and I'm gonna respect your wishes and say, oh, okay, I'm cool on that.
But in that sense, old Kanye is who he showed you he was. This new stuff that he's doing, saying he's a Nazi, that's not who he originally showed you he was. So isn't that kind of like counterintuitive to what you said?
No, because it's who you're showing me. It's who you are presently showing me. You could have been a good person and then turned bad. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Or let's say like a person that ain't done nothing their whole life wrong, and then they turn around and murder somebody. They haven't always been a murderer, but now they're a murderer. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? And so I guess to Greg's point, what's the line? Is like, it just depends upon the offense.
Right. And then you gotta take into context, what if that person murdered in self-defense or murdered because they harmed somebody in their family? So yeah, it's always context to it. And I feel like in this situation, the context is the car accident, is brain damage, is mental health. We got to take that into context.
But how much is you going, like Greg said, how many times is your mental health going to be the, you know what I mean?
How much longer have you been the old Kanye versus how long have you been the new Kanye? So how much of the original Kanye have we had compared to how much of the
Which is what I was going to bring up, because I feel like we know the original Kanye more than we know this Kanye. I feel like the original Kanye was who he is. I think that's who he is. This new Kanye, I don't think that's who he is.
I think that's who people want him to be.
I feel like, so that's why
I think people want him to be the old Kanye.
Yeah, he stopped being the original Kanye. It's been a while. Like how many years ago
has it been? But Kanye been out for a while though. Kanye been out since I was like in high school.
Kanye West hasn't been the old Kanye West since 808 and Heartbreaks. 808s and Heartbreaks, since his mother passed. So like, that's a long time to be like
over a decade, right?
Oh, maybe he'll come back and be the regular person he used to be. No, this is who he is today. He's not anybody else. This is who he is. This is who he is. And I feel like that saying, believe who they are. When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Like that is like what Gary said, like in the moment. Like you are showing me that this is the person that you are. I'm not about to sit up here and second guess and say, nah, that's not who you are. You're the old Kanye. This new guy that you're showing me, nah, I don't believe this. I'm gonna believe that you're still that old guy. No, no. Who you are is who you're showing me today is it. And also, did y'all see that he's like on tour in Mexico City? I just seen some clips. He had some clips come out of him performing in Mexico City with his daughter, North. Like North got a song, and like she's performing her song, and they're on stage together, and it's like it looks like a family affair. But I'm also sitting here like, Kanye, are you using your daughter to have good graces with this community?
Soften this up.
Right. You're trying to soft launch this. You're trying to soft launch this relaunch with your daughter?
Try to be
So
like
then
Blue
I
Ivy.
also, so then I also asked, you know, are we being too harsh on it then too? And then when I say that, I'm saying like, do we give him grace to try to change? Or are we going to always be this judgmental? Are you doing this for this? You're doing that for that? Or can we just be
Well,
like,
how long do we wait?
Let's just step back and see what we just did. He just put out the letter. Let's step back and see what happens. That's all I'm saying.
but
We
you
got to
said-
give people.
I'm
But
grace.
saying
how long do we
there
give
should
him?
have
If he's
been
been doing
action.
it, if he's been doing it for a while, do we have to do it every time? Like, all right, I guess we give him grace again.
I'm not trying to say every time. But
Yeah, so when do you
For
stop though?
me-
When do you stop?
for me, this right here feels
This is the
different.
last one.
For me, this is just for me. For me, this out of anything that he ever did previously, and I could be wrong. Yeah, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
What feels different about
It
this?
just do.
Why?
Just like it just do. I just got a feeling.
Just a feeling. Just in
But
the
but
soul.
I mean, all you have. But I'm asking, like we have to narrow this down because all he's
It's not-
literally
it's-
done is
it's-
just put out
it's
an ad
not.
in a newspaper. So
It's-
what is different now
It's
than
just a
anything
feeling.
else before?
I can't answer that question. It's just a feeling. Just a feeling. I can't answer that question.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing too. Like, I feel like the community is like they really want Kanye back. We really want him back, and so like we are so ready to just like, oh my God, please let this be the time. Please let this be the time. And like, there's no evidence that he is changing at all. I don't even feel like he wrote that apology. That read so much like Chat GPT.
ChatGPT.
Come on, bro. Like, it looked like he wrote in the Chat GPT. Hey, write an apology as if I was Kanye West and I hurt my brain in a car accident from 2001. And that's the apology that Chat GPT came out with. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not like if people want to like be excited and see what happens, I'm cool. But it's one thing to have like if he only did some of the things that he did, I would be like, okay, I can give him grace. If he only did like those rants in the middle of the night on Twitter talking about people, I would be cool with that. But then you also went and did interviews with Candace Owens. You also went out and made shirts with swastikas on it. You also went out and put that red hat on and went to Trump and like did the whole thing. So it's like, I gotta hold you to the fire, dog, because like the person that you like, if we want to go back to the old Kanye would have never stood for what the new Kanye is doing. And so like, I can't back you until you are back to the old Kanye and you show that by action and nothing else. That you can say that apology. That don't mean shit to me. Cause like that's literally just a check you wrote to the Wall Street Journal to write some words for you. That don't mean nothing. Where's the check? Where's the action? What are you doing?
I have to agree because him and Greg and Fred said it best. How far have you gotten away from who we thought Kanye was, or the old?
Because his
Kanye,
mom died in
as they say?
2007.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, what action steps have you taken? And okay, so if you've done all of these egregious things, have you done something equally positive to make up
To
for
counter it.
that might be the thing too. It's like get out of the headlines for a while. You know what I mean? The negative side of the headlines. That is.
Yeah, man. Like, go have your wife put some clothes on, right? Like, smile a little bit when you in the public. Like, do the things that, like, if you really want to, like, launch this whole new old, same great taste, new flavor look of Kanye West. Do that, but like, man, you got to play the game, and sure, the apology is a good first step, but you got a lot more steps to do, bro. A lot.
People gotta be able to trust you again.
What's your next move, Kanye?
I don't know. I just say we hold them grace. We give everybody grace. You know, everybody deserves. You know, first of all, I don't judge, so you can do whatever you want. I just feel like, you know, I'm gonna give him grace. I think for some reason it's maybe just with Kanye. Like, I'm gonna always give him grace all the time. Be like, all right, you come up with let me see. Like, yeah, I'm not trying to say like I'm gonna like immediately accept his apology. I agree with, like I said beginning, I agree with all y'all. It has to be actions. It can't just be what he said. But I do say every time he can say it again next time, like, oh, let's see if this is gonna be the real one. I'm gonna always be that with Kanye. Nobody else will get that. No other celebrity will get that. Kanye will get that from me. I'll be like, hold on.
Yeah.
No matter what, when that album drops, Josh is listening. Yeah.
Like, even his old music ain't that good to give him grace all the time.
But at the same, no matter what age you are, still would do something to you. And if that car accident is like gouging brain damage and losing your mom on top of that, all that can spiral you down the road. And if he ain't taking his meds, and he ain't like, I just want him to have a good team around him. That's right. That's it. I do feel like he needs a good person around him to be like, to make sure he's taking his medicine, to make sure he's doing the right thing. And I feel like this is me. He's taking the steps that I will want Kanye to make. Like, just to be a good person, be a good dad. Before all this music, the celebrity, whatever you're doing, be a good person, be a good dad before any of that. And I want him to take that steps. And that's going to make him, I feel like, to me, be a better person. And
hey,
that's
Josh,
all I really want.
Let me ask you something real quick before we change topics. Has there been any black artists, singers, actors, whatever, that have, in your mind, that you can no longer extend grace to?
It would be R. Kelly.
Like, you're done with R. Kelly.
I'm done with R. Kelly. I have never listened to music. I would never listen to R. Kelly music again. I would never. Like, you can't physically harm women and then put that type of stuff in your music too and expect me to listen to it. Like, I just can't do it. Like, if your music is rooted with evil, I can't do with that. And I feel like R. Kelly's music is rooted in evil. So that's why I won't listen.
See, this is where, okay, y'all, it get cloudy.
But it's even been admitted though that R. Kelly's even said that his music was music that he played or he wrote to young girls. So like, I just can't do that. It just won't be something that I will do.
But my thing is, most artists have that same story. You just haven't found out about it.
All right, then when I find out about it, I will cut them off. I know for a fact R. Kelly did that. I'm not listening to R. Kelly music anymore.
So does it matter the offense or that it's just offense?
I think it do matter to the yeah, I think it do matter. I think it does matter what the offense is. But like, yeah, it would be R. Kelly's the only black artist right now that I'm like, I won't go back. As of right now, I say Nicki Minaj, but like a couple years down the road, I'll be like, but I don't know yet. Right now, I'm on the hell nah to Nicki Minaj, but I don't know.
Okay, so I need everyone who knows a homosexual, who cares about a homosexual, to not be supporting Nicki Minaj.
You're right.
We're not gonna do this.
You're right.
She is a homophobe.
She is
dangerous. She is not a good person.
When I said that, I forgot she said that comment. I'm more so thinking about her alignments with Trump, not that the cocksucker comment.
But Kanye had alignment with Trump.
Yeah.
Kanye, again, I give Kanye grace because of the mental health. That's the only. If Kanye didn't have mental health, I'd be like, forget him. But because I give
so
him
if
grace.
Nicki Minaj come out that she got mental health, then you'll forgive her?
I'll be like, Nicki Minaj got mental health. I don't know.
So that's all you gotta say to Josh is like, I don't know. I wasn't
my head.
I'm really big on that
I'm
mental
mentally
health
messed
thing.
up, Josh.
Like,
I didn't take my
hey,
medication.
let me see your prescription.
Your prescription.
Right. Oh,
Everybody need that citizenship though. But we are out of here. Peace.
Good podcast. Man, did y'all hear in the news or on the radio about Tracy Morgan getting into it at the end of a basketball game with one of his old classmates who came up to him like basically like, hey, let me borrow a couple dollars. And he kind of looked at him. He's like, nah, man, I know you. And kind of went off on him. Basically told him off, said, nah, I ain't giving him no money. And the guy was like, but I'm homeless. And he was like, so? He was like, I don't care. He was like, I know what you did to me when we was in school. Blase, blase. And it was just kind of crazy. People was like, you know, going back and forth on like, was that the right thing to do or not? Y'all can comment about that. But on the other hand, I just want to pick y'all brains like, what, I guess, would it take for you to not extend grace to somebody from your past who may be in need of, I guess, money, if we want to keep it on the same line as the Tracy Morgan. If somebody needed money and they were poor or homeless, like, what would it take for you to not give them that money?
I support Tracy Morgan's decision, honestly. I feel like the only reason why people are even judging that he didn't give that man money is because people know that he has money. Like, if you didn't know Tracy Morgan had money and a man came up to him and said, let me have some money, and he said, but you used to pick on me, I'm not giving you money, I don't think anyone would have a problem with that. Like, this person was a bully. So, like, yeah, for me, like, it would be the same thing. I'm not getting, you used to pick on me. And I had actual bullies. I know bullies. I know their names. I went to high school with them. I won't say their names, but I know them. And if they were broke and they needed money, they're not getting it from me. I don't care. Not for me. Nah. Mm-mm.
I agree with what Tracy Morgan did. I'm on in the camp of if you're gonna donate or help, if you really desire to help homelessness or a homeless person, giving them money, I don't think addresses the issue. It just addresses the symptom. So we don't know what Tracy does as far as charitable donations. So I agree with his actions. Just giving that single person, some dollars isn't really gonna affect real change.
But what would somebody have to do to you to not give them money if they needed it?
If as long as you ain't harming anyone in my family, touching my kids or anything like that, yeah, I can extend some grace to you.
So if somebody was a bully to you, you'd be okay with that? Giving them money at an older age?
Yeah.
I mean, made your life a living hell, bro.
Yeah.
Like, called you Mexican every day.
Yeah.
not
Like,
next.
treated you like a shit bag.
So, like, yeah, I don't think I've never experienced extreme bullying like that. So, yeah, I can't get in that mindset. But, I don't know. Did he ever say like what extent of bullying he received
He
from
just
that
said
person?
he used to pick on me.
point.
He didn't say the extent.
Okay. Yeah, I had, kids pick on me when I was in elementary school. But yeah, kids were kids.
Do you hold any like resentment towards them? Like, if you see them on the street, are you gonna dap them up? Like, you cool?
Honestly, yeah, probably. I wouldn't even recognize them. I know their names, like you said. Like,
And see,
yeah.
and that's
but yeah, like I wouldn't.
And that's why I agree with Tracy Morgan, because like for you to recognize the guy who bullied you that long ago, I mean, he
Okay.
was some
I mean,
serious
yeah,
stuff.
something to you. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
really
That's
did
true.
something to
Yeah,
you
yeah.
to make you
Yeah.
remember him for so long ago and be like, yeah, if that's the case, like, yeah, I'm not giving you no you.
That's true. Yeah. So I know their names, but I couldn't.
I'm like,
I couldn't pick them out. I
had,
couldn't
like,
pick them out
people-
the crowd.
Yeah, people pick on me, like, but like I don't remember who they are. Like,
Right.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't remember. But for you to remember that somebody, and Tracy Morgan is a lot older than we are, so. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, but to answer your question, like out to see somebody grace, like I am like very petty. No relation to Nicki Minaj, but I'm very petty. So I definitely like if you screw me over in any kind of way, like yeah, you're not getting no money from me.
Yeah, for me, I would have to agree. I don't see anything wrong with it. I got a little bit of petty side too. But I agree with Josh on if he remembered it this long, then that means he's still affected by it. And I was always taught that rule, like some of the people that you meet on the way, what is it? I'm gonna mess it up. Some of the people you meet on the way up might be the same people you meet on the way down, or something like that, or whatever. Yeah. So, you never knew you was gonna be in this position. You shouldn't have been the one to pick on him. Now you done became the star. And he's in the position now to help you out. Nah, you didn't help him out. You bullied him. So, oh well.
Be careful who you bully.
So,
be Tracy Morgan.
Or just don't bully. Just don't bully.
Just
don't bully.
So I'm gonna disagree.
Bully them kids that who don't got no talent.
Right, who ain't gonna go nowhere. Just bully the losers.
Bully the losers.
I'm not endorsing that.
Bully the water boys or something.
You ain't got no future. I don't believe.
I'm gonna disagree with y'all. And I'm gonna be petty. And I'm gonna reach down in my pocket to pull out the lint, paper clips, and a couple pennies and give it to him.
I would do that too.
Wow.
It's like there you go.
I would take out a wad of cash and then reach more down in my pocket, give them coins, and be like, there you go.
But you gotta get that lint and the paper clips, the pocket lint and the paper clips that's in your jeans.
Wow.
And now you got a homeless person that just. And now this homeless person is just spit in your mouth, and now you got Hep C.
Well, he gonna spit in my mouth if I don't give him no money anyway.
No, he wasn't gonna do that. I've definitely had homeless people ask me for money, and I didn't give them money, and they didn't spit in my mouth. But I've never just reached down in my pocket and pulled out a wad of money and handed them loose change and lint, and expected to walk away without an altercation. Like, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah. Is that all he asked for? He asked for money specifically?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have, and they were at like a game or something like that, or whatever you said.
It was at like after a basketball game or something. I don't know if he was like outside or. I thought it was after a basketball game. They said.
I would have stopped at the local vendor, bought him a glizzy, and kept going.
Not a hot dog. I want to give him a glizzy.
Give him
a big old glizzy.
Big old glizzy.
And slap him with it. But slap him with it, throw it on the floor, and step on it.
Like, nah, but yeah, karma is a bitch.
Stopping it. Thank you so much for listening to the Brothers and Friends podcast. Do you want to chime in on this week's topic? Well, leave us a comment for us to discuss on a future episode. But in the meantime, please follow us on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts. Peace.